VIBErations Podcast Part 9, Floatudio, Sarah and Rex. Hi, I'm Gary Brightman, and this is my weekly podcast called VIBErations. Established in 2018, Vibe is a book and music shop situated in Moi Wo on Lantau Island in Hong Kong. So what's been happening over the last week? Following last week's junk trip, this week I interview Sarah Yip and Rex Law from Floatudio about their increasingly popular junk boat business. With Christmas around the corner, we're stocking up on children's books and gifts. We now have Suzanne Eunan's second children's book in the Green Dragon series, Green Dragon and the Ono Bird. We'll also be stocking some children's puzzles from Suzanne in the coming weeks. We currently have 2 second-hand record decks for sale. And new Audio-Technica decks can be ordered through Vibe and normally take about a week to get. We stock Lantau prints and wooden maps. And finally, we have a great range of t-shirts and polo shirts these days. The Hinatan coffee concession is starting to take off now, and many Lantau Islanders are developing a taste for it, with Barako being the most popular. This week's shout out to a local Lantau business goes to the Stoep at High Tide Restaurant. Run by Dollar Bruce for the past 25 years, they've now teamed up with the Capo Group. Stoep is one of the oldest restaurants in South Lantau, moving from its original location on Chengsha Beach to Riverwalk in Moi Wo. They serve predominantly South African and Italian food. They're open from 11:30 a.m. until 9 p.m. from Wednesday until Sunday. And you can find out more on www.thestoep.net. And so, to this week's interview with Sarah and Rex of Floatudio Junk Boat Tours. Right, so here I am in Vibe today with Sarah Yip and Rex Lowe, and they run a company called Floatudio. And they took us on a fantastic junk trip about a week ago, 25 of us, the annual Vibe boat trip. So, good morning, Rex and Sarah.
Good morning, Gary.
Good.
Thank you for inviting us.
Absolute pleasure. How do you get the name Floatudio?
Well, Floatudio, actually, when we got the junk, we was really think about to make it like a studio and like living on it. So we think about, okay, floating and studio. Maybe combine the word Floatudio.
Okay. Floating studio. And Rex, I understand you're born in Chengsha.
Yeah, I'm local there since my grandparents, they're fishermen.
Okay.
And they like fishing around Chengsha, Soku area.
Wow.
And at the end, they found that Chengsha is a lovely place, and then they settled down in Chengsha. That's why I'm there.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
and for me,
yes.
Yeah, I just accidentally went on Chengsha one day 10 years ago, and then I met a Chengsha boy called Rex Law. And then here we go, that we have been dating for 8 years.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Who is going to say
you
that?
fell in love. You fell in love, didn't you, together?
Yeah.
And then
2015, we quit our job and then we start our travel, starting from UK, because we was office people before, sitting in the same place like a
10
slave.
years.
10 years.
10 years.
You say it like a jail sentence, Sarah. You're like, 10 years.
Yeah, almost crying. You didn't realize, like, after I graduate uni and then work from 21 to 31, 10 years in, like, international company, you don't realize actually it take away the 20 to 30 years of very precious time in your life. And so at our, actually 2015 is at our age of 30, we decided to quit a job and see the world more.
Yep.
So Rex went to Ireland for working holiday in 2014, and so when all the time I'm working in central office, I was calling him and crying because I don't think by the time, I think I have a little bit emotion problem too, because I don't want to work seriously for other people by that time. So by the time he asked me, why don't you quit your job? I'm like, I was actually manager of a Dutch company, which is booking hotel rooms, which is the biggest website in the world. Wow. And it's actually a very hard decision, as you said, that I know is like skydiving in Australia, that once you step out, it's one step, one moment. But I have tapping my
keyboard.
And then I have creating my resign letter on the email. I didn't send it out for 2 hours. I was
Really?
sitting in the dining room, and
Oh wow.
the resign letter was typed in the afternoon. I didn't send it out until 2 a.m. And once I press it, I know it's done. And then 2 days later, I pack our my backpack, and then go to England to join Rex and travel 365 days on that year.
Yep.
Oh my God. I mean,
Yeah.
that's brilliant. So you basically, at the time, you were both working in Hong Kong.
Yep.
Yep.
So you were working for the travel company.
Yeah.
Rex, what were you?
I'm doing IT.
Then your first stop was to go to the UK.
Yeah,
Yep.
we bought a Euro pass, as many people have done that in Europe
Okay.
before. It's very economical. You bought
Yeah.
a ticket, and you can actually take the train non-stop for 3 months, first class.
Wow.
But so by that pass, we travel 31 countries in Europe.
Yeah.
21, huh?
Wow.
Yeah. But for this experience, sleeping
Yeah.
in the train, sleeping in the train station because we have no money, and travel to 31, including all the East Europe countries,
Wow.
like
Yeah.
Romania, Georgia, Armenia, like
Wow.
all the Baltic Sea country.
Yeah, I
And
understand.
then we actually take a ferry to Morocco, which is, people told us it's only 30 minutes from Spain to Morocco. And we're like, oh, that is faster from Central to
Yeah.
Chengchao. So we bought the
Why
20
not to go to the
Yeah.
other continents
We
only
want
like
to
30
see.
minutes?
Yeah.
And
yeah.
so 20 euro we pay, and then we end up in Morocco 3 months.
Did you really?
Very
Yeah.
random
Oh, wow.
people. We love it's.
Well, I think we going to Morocco also we too tired on travel during that time.
Ah,
3
yeah.
months in
Yeah.
like, actually 5 months in Europe. I
Something
think.
like that. It's actually the first Muslim country we live in. Well, 3 months I would say we live there, and then every day you overlook the Atlantic Ocean sunset. It's amazing
Oh my God.
experience, and
Yeah.
good we have the BNO, like British National Overseas, so
Yeah.
we can stay 90 days for visa free. And we left exactly on the 90 days. We don't want to. We love it. We could have lived in Morocco,
Yeah.
actually. So we take the end up from Morocco. We fly to Spain, and then we went to Georgia and stay 1 month. Long story, but then we take the Trans-Siberian Railway from Moscow, from St. Petersburg to Mongolia.
Mongolia
And then,
Wow.
so basically crossing the Europe-Asia continents. And then from Morocco, we end up in Xinjiang, where it's the Muslim part again in
Yeah.
China. And then we hitchhiking. By the time we're really out of budget, so we try to hitchhiking in China, and then it works. 137 cars free from Xinjiang to Hong Kong.
137 cars.
137. I marked it down all the names and
Oh my God.
yeah, and the cars and the people, and we add each other rechecked. And yeah, that is how we end up our
Wow.
trip. And some of them come to Hong Kong and Chengchou Island to visit us.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes.
You must really bond well with people, I think. I mean, you're such a happy, bubbly couple. I think, people just gravitate to you, I think,
We never thought about we can do hitchhiking and met so many friends.
Yeah.
So that is how we end up coming back in 2016 July.
After we come back, we still need to survive. So
Yes.
I go back to work for
Your
a
parents
while.
still speak to you, did they?
yeah, they still recognize us. So we need to survive, and then we back to work.
Yeah.
Only Rex do. I can't by the moment. I don't know what to do. I don't want to look for a job. And when
Yeah.
I take a bus in Causeway Bay, I feel very pressure. I can't get back to this life
Yeah.
anymore.
Yeah. But
I'm not surprised.
During that time, I already opened my mind already, opened my heart already.
Yes.
So as to enjoy travel and to relax. And then I
Yes.
back to work is like a nightmare.
Yes.
Nightmare.
But a necessity, really, because you've got to start filling up the
Yeah.
bank account again.
Yeah.
If you
Yeah.
can.
We was really broke by the
Yes.
time.
So I worked for like half years and then earn some
Yeah.
money, and
Yeah.
then suddenly, my one of my
Not even half year. Yeah.
one of my uncle was telling me, they got a boat want to sell.
Wow.
So
It was a 43 wooden junk.
Wow.
inside
When you
Kong.
say 43 foot or 1943?
43 foot.
43 foot, okay.
Yeah, wooden junk inside Kong.
Oh, nice.
So it
And
happened.
then make me think about why should I do something what I like to do, and then it
Yeah.
comes up. Okay, I just go to take a look,
Yeah.
and then because when I was young, I always dream about to live on the boat
Yeah, okay.
because my parents don't allow me to stay on the boat before.
Because they're fishermen, they don't want their only son to be risked on the sea.
Oh, I see.
But then it happened, the only son bought a boat.
Yeah. After I bought the boat, I told my mom and dad, and then they told me, "Are you crazy?
How did
I
they?
tell you not to do that."
I hear that so many times actually that the older generation of Hong Kongers, they want the best for their sons and their
Yeah.
daughters, and they push them away from working on sampans, working
Yeah.
on the sea,
Yeah.
working fishing.
They want their kids sitting in the office, just like
Yes.
very nice.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I done for them,
Leather
like for
shoes.
10 years.
Leather shoes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they want you to go into the professions. They want you to be a
Yeah.
doctor. They want you to
Yeah.
be a
Yeah.
lawyer.
It's
they're-
actually quite rare for like some people who travel and have
Yeah.
a degree who run junk boat business actually
Oh,
in
yeah.
Hong Kong.
Ah,
Actually,
absolutely.
yeah, that's why.
But someone's got to do it.
Well, for first 2 years we are nobody and we have no budget on marketing, so
Yeah.
we have the first 2 years we almost give up. But then
Oh,
it come
wow.
up,
Yeah.
it come up. We have a changing point to do some environmental friendly work, so trips. So it was actually a changing point of our business until in this year we finally changed to an even bigger fiberglass boat.
Yeah, I mean, amazing. So you had a 43-foot boat you bought from your uncle,
Yeah.
Wooden.
and then wooden boat, and then within 2 years, you've then sort of upgraded,
Yeah.
and a beautiful boat. Loads of space on it.
Thank you. It's
And
not
that's just
luxury, but it's
Yeah.
dream. It's something
Oh,
very
yeah.
important
Yeah.
for us.
Yeah.
Well, I would say why we changed the boat is one of the things is the wooden boat take a lot of
many
maintenance.
maintenance.
Ah,
Yeah.
okay.
And we're
Expensive.
not, and we're not, we're not rich people
No.
who stay in marina that we ask people to help us to do maintenance. We do everything by our own hands.
Wow.
In the
Well,
past 4
I
years.
still
Yes.
remember when the first 2 year always like even some very close friend they telling me, Wes, you need to wake up. Yeah, I saw
Yeah.
you very
not
nice
traditional.
before, like always wearing a vest shirt, and then like in the office in the central.
Yeah.
But now you always like painting like so many picture on your pants
Yeah.
on
Yeah.
Like some of my really good friends is like, Sarah, you changed.
Yeah.
Yes, we changed because we was backpacking for 1 year. It totally changed
Yes.
our mind actually.
Well-
And if there's somebody make friends with you because
Yeah.
you wear high heels or
Yeah.
LV bags, then that is not really somebody you
yeah.
judge
Yeah.
for.
It was by chance, that you came into this
Oh,
shop. You asked, "Can I put my poster up in the shop?" And we said,
Yeah.
Of course. You're local. We support you."
We actually very thank you for all the people who came before because we actually don't really treat our guests as guests. I would treat them as friends.
Yep.
That's why
Yeah.
we are actually so far on TripAdvisor. We're number 1 in the past 3 years in Hong Kong outdoor activity. I guess people support us is not about we got paid for you or next time you will
Yeah.
have discount It's all about they want to support these people who can carry on the dream. But thank you for the chance to introduce ourselves, Chris. I remember
Yeah.
the first 2 years we were just taking because we more in Changchou Island, so we can
Yes.
more basically doing Lama, Pengchao, Mui Wo, and Discovery Bay customer in a very
Yes.
I would say reasonable cost. But then nobody know us, so we take a
Yeah.
ferry, inter-island ferry to stick poster actually everywhere, which it become really old time that
It is old time,
marketing, huh?
yeah.
But
Yeah.
we're island people. Island
Yes.
people did that.
As you say, you guys are based on Cheng Chau, so you can serve all of Peng Chau, Cheng Chau, Moi Wo, Cheng Sha,
Yeah.
all of this island, and it feels like we've got our own junk over this side of the world. All the others are over in Aberdeen or
It's
or
actually
wherever.
we when we first start up. Well, I always say I fall in love with Chengchou before I fall in love with this man. Actually, so I really want to. When I was thinking about to have a junk, what should we do? We really want to introduce this side. We call it Eastwater side
Yeah.
for Hong Kong people or tourists instead of everybody went Sai Kung, everybody go Tai Long Bay.
Yes.
And that actually, why don't you consider outside? We have very beautiful beach. Even on Cheung Chau Island, it have
Yes.
actually 8 beaches already.
8 beaches, really?
Yeah, people didn't know. So by the time I really want to introduce outside.
Yeah, and I think we've got a lot to see. I mean, the Soko Islands, fabulous, sort of area.
So, but then by the time, so we're thinking about, so we should do something. Except Cheung Chau departure, we do Louis War debut, and then we bring people to different islands, especially actually the what do you call, like East Lantau Metropolis Islands, that many people actually didn't know where. It's actually the Khao Yi Chau, the Peng Chau, Sunshine Island, and also Hei Ling Chau, which is only 2 kilometers from Cheung Chau.
And so you guys do a bit of work for conservation. How does that manifest itself? What do you do in those terms?
Well, for me, the very simple theory is we using the sea, so we need to protect them.
So in 2018, actually, we are very lucky to be invited to apply for funding from WWF Hong Kong, that we actually want to do a penetration point. How can we get to that? It's not like we speak Cantonese and we are Cheung Chau people that we have relationship with fishermen. So what we did is actually we organized 8 sponsored eco tour to local kids. We only Cheung Chau people in advance. I mean, there's so many people want to join, but the point is to get the Cheung Chau kid to tell their father or their grandfather not to flow, for example, a blue girl can to the sea, which could be easier than what we told them face to face. So it was a great success. We have about 200 Cheung Chau family, kids and adults together to join. And it's actually a good start when we end up in the last 10 minutes. Maybe next time, since we talk about fishing industry, marine pollution, and you see the beautiful Cheung Chau Round Island. And then it may be good to next time tell your family and relative, your uncle, not to maybe consider when you throw the rubbish to the sea, maybe you consider something for the future. With Ocean Asia, which is based in DB, that we do ghost net cleanup. And also,
ghost net cleanups,
and that's our very famous guy Henry Chan, who was retired and do all the very passionate on cleaning ghost net. That Rex and him do 2 times in Coral Beach on Cheung Chau. There's another beach that people may not know on Cheung Chau Island. It's called Coral Beach, very beautiful. And then the
ghost nets. Tell people what the ghost nets are.
Well, ghost net actually is the fish net. It's just like cannot really function anymore. So the fishermen just throw it to the sea. It causes like a big damage for the seabed. And any fish, maybe they pass by, it will trap by the fish net, and also
no
very
oxygen anymore,
very
for the
dangerous for the diver as well.
When we talk to them, because we have the relationship with local fishermen, when we talk to them, they're like, because if you do recycling in Hong Kong, in China, Lantau Island, it's only $5 per kg, which is not worth it money to recycle.
So that's not
B, of course, it's convenient. I know it's convenient. Just when it, hook on some rock or something, that you throw it back to the sea. That is what they do. But the people we talk to and explain to them, they tends to not. They are bringing the net to the shore now. So I guess it's by time to time.
So that is an education thing again, I suppose, isn't it? That those nets don't go away and they do kill other marine animals and create danger. Okay, so just to finish up then, guys, let's talk about the services that you offer and how people can get in touch with you. What sort of things do you do?
Well, actually, we do of course, the charter, the day charter.
The day charter for junk trip.
And also we do islands hopping. We can people get on a boat and then we can show them different islands. And then they can get on the different islands around South Lantau and Cheung Chau as well.
So you do certain pick-up points, but that's by prior arrangement with people. They
the
need to contact you.
only pier we don't go, I guess, is Sai Kung Pier. That's it. Too far away.
But that's a long way. Exactly.
But then
you've got this side covered. You guys, we don't need Sai Kung side.
But even yesterday, we picked up in South K1 also works.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah, all the way until there. But then Cyclone Pier is too far. That's
way too
500.
far.
That's 500 drunk in Cyclone. So,
Wow.
but then for all these outside, especially Chengcho, Lama, Pingcho, Muiwo, DB, we're very happy to take.
Yeah.
And also, as I mentioned before, we do we work with University of St Andrew with for sea mammal acoustic monitoring. So we do dolphin strip actually in all the way to Fanao to Taiwan area, that we bring people to see this cute sea mammal as a responsible captains in a way.
Okay.
Yeah.
So really, I suppose the thing to do is you've got a website which is www.floatudio.com.
Oh.
So Floatudio, Floatudio.
Yeah.
Floatudio.
Or
People can look on there, they can contact you, can't they, and see what you
and
do.
Facebook and Instagram also same name.
Yep.
Facebook and Instagram the same. You've got your phone when it's repaired, Sarah, and we've got. Is it always your phone, or does Rex get any of the? Are you the salesperson and Rex is the engineer, or how does it work?
Yeah, well, I'm basically everything. I'm the toilet cleaner, same as the marketing.
What, Rex
customer
doesn't clean the
service.
toilets?
Usually I do. Well, he clean outside. He clean the roof and outside. Usually.
I let the lady talk anyway.
Anyway,
Exactly.
so yeah, after my phone fix, it should be fine. Or the website
Yeah.
should be your number.
Okay, so we've got your 2 phone numbers on there. Do you want to just say your phone number?
Oh sure, yeah, it's 60227986, and anything you can WhatsApp us or call us. We
Yeah.
speak English, I guess.
Speak very good English and very personable, and I'd say, I suppose it's down to people's imagination. So, for us, we said to you, oh, can we book a trip to go down to the Soko Islands? It's something you'd done before, and we had a good, fabulous 7 hours or something with you. But I guess people could book little smaller trips with you for a couple of hours here or there in the week, or...
Can do. That is
Can do.
possible. Anything WhatsApp. We are very flexible. Like other company may only have one drop off point. And they only do 7 hours. We do 8 hours, or they fix to be. We can have smaller trip, like for example, departure from Chengcho and then disembark in Muiwo, for example.
Okay.
It's possible. Talk to us.
Just talk and just explore things, can't you?
Yeah.
That's the way to do it. You don't go as far as doing food at the moment, do you, I think?
We work with some restaurant which is nice food, and so we can order it
So you
from
can
you.
do that.
Yeah, it depends which pier do you departure.
Yeah, and what the services they offer and stuff. The squid fishing, how long? The squid fishing, is there a season for squid fishing?
Yeah, squid fishing mostly starting from end of April.
Okay.
And then usually will be end of August.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like around 4 months period.
Yeah.
By the way, for just a little bit maybe concerned about the COVID-19 regulation, we actually, I would like to say we are very legal to go out to the sea because we're private property instead of it's not a public area, we're not restaurant and bar license.
Yeah.
So we're very legal to sell out. So in November, December, it's our low season. But then come to celebrate any festival coming up, and well, we're booked it in the countdown New Year Eve. But
Christmas or
Christmas anytime that you feel like to come, it's very legal to come, and our maximum capacity is 38.
So 38 people on the boat. Okay. All the COVID measures were taken. So when we got on the boat, Sarah takes everybody's temperatures, make sure that everybody's good. I mean, everybody's got a social responsibility for COVID, so you're not going to get on that boat if you're feeling that you've got anything in the first place. But yeah, just a fabulous day out, and we're on an island. We live by the sea. Why don't we do it?
Sure. So hope to see you on board.
Yep. Okay.
Hope to see you guys.
Rex and Sarah, thank you so much for coming to Vibe today.
Thank you, Gary.
Thank you.
The ride.
It's a pleasure. Thank you. You can find out more about Floatudio from their website at www.floatudio.com or Facebook at Floatudio or by WhatsApp on 6628 1218. Next week I'll be stocking up on some more vinyl, and you can preview what I get on Facebook at Vibe Silvermine Bay or Instagram VIBEHK. Next week I'll also update you on some up-and-coming events at the shop. Well, that's it for another week. Thanks for listening to the 9th Vibe Book and Music Shop podcast called VIBErations. I'm Gary Brightman. You get my vibe?
Can you imagine what this old island must have looked like to those Dutch sailors when they first saw it? Fresh green. Like a dream of a new world.
They must have held their breath. Afraid it would disappear before they could touch it.